Well, well, well. It's good to be back in England. Haven't done one of these in a while, but I felt I needed to give a little bit of an update on how, first of all, the feature film project is going and everything else that I'm doing. So, yeah, how can I say this? So, over the last couple of months, we've been filming in Sicily. Got through, I think it was about 12 or 13 to 14 or 15 different scenes that we shot in Sicily. Short, long, all sorts of stuff. And then we have come to England, and you're gonna have to mind that. I hope you can still hear me because it's pretty flipping loud. I don't know why at this time of the day these gentlemen have decided to cut trees down in England. But you know, this is England for you. I thought Sicily was loud, but this is England. This is a place where it's supposed to be peaceful and tranquil. But I'll never forget actually growing up here, from leaf blowers to whatever the hell they're doing over there. It makes me want to swear so much, but I'm trying not to do that. Okay, they've stopped. Um, but but yeah, you know, we got through the shooting, came back to England. I was managed to collaborate with some incredible, talented friends, and now Gloria and I have just been just chilling out a little bit. It's been pretty intense for those last 3 months, and I set myself this goal of wanting to do something. Well, really, I set my goals in December last year before I turned 29. I said I want to go into my 30s feeling stronger and than I do right now. And I think my 20s were a period of lots of experimenting, lots of creativity, lots of difficulty, pain, growth. And they always say that thing, right? You spend your 20s figuring out how you're going to do what you want to do or what do you want to do. And then you spend your 30s doing it, which is why I wanted to make this feature film and kind of get that first hurdle done before I go into my strong 30s. And I do definitely feel that year on year I'm getting more stable, not only as a filmmaker but also as a person, and I do feel confident that I am heading in the right direction. I constantly need to remind myself, and those around me remind me, that I'm heading in the right direction. And I think in this world we live in now, we always expect immediate results. And I think throughout my 20s, I always thought I should be somewhere greater than where I am right now. But actually, when I look back on my 20s, I think I did okay. The most important thing that I can say about my 20s when it comes to my filmmaking, as well, I mean, if we're just talking about other things in life, I can say all sorts. But if we're just talking about the filmmaking, I can say that I did a lot. I stayed consistent, and I truly believe in anything you want to do. You know, or like how I feel anyway, is that when I would tell people that I was a filmmaker, I really felt that I needed to back that up by making films and not just kind of do many different things and then say like, what do you do? Oh yeah, I'm a film director. Okay. Do you make films? And even though I did a lot, I still felt like, well, no, because I haven't done it that much for money. I haven't actually been a paid or professional, so to speak, filmmaker many times. You know, I've been paid a few times for different things, but I've had this passion and I've never stopped making films, mostly passion projects. But I remember talking to a friend also who said that, you know, you could go into the commercial world of filmmaking and make more money at this age, but then it's better if you want to focus on narrative filmmaking, you focus on narrative filmmaking, get really good at it, do what you can, have success in that. Then you can always circle back to commercial filmmaking where there might be more money involved, making more of a sustainable career out of it, and find something else to do. And I've always enjoyed, I think, finding something else to do, film adjacent, and then just focus so that when I do film, it's completely focused on, you know, developing my own creative voice and putting out things that, yeah, have my stamp on it and are the stories that I want to tell and trying to serve in that way. And I think looking back on my 20s, I can say that I've definitely tried to do that a lot. You know, I think I made something like 13 or 14 short films in this period. Many different collaborators, many different variations of budget as well, and cameras and all sorts of stuff. And I think doing this feature film project is like, okay, boom, one last big push in this sort of style of filmmaking. It's getting stuff done, everything you've learned so far. And now the shoot is done. But it's still not over, because another thing there's other things over those 13 different films. I've probably got 2 or 3 short films in reserve that I never finished. You know, I shot them, but I never edited them. And that's the biggest thing sometimes. If you shoot something, you need to finish it before it becomes a film. And so this has been a really big reflection for me. And so it's really cool that I've shot this feature film, but it's not done until I've edited it, until I've released it, until I've put it at film festivals and all that sort of stuff. Here come these guys, these excavators doing work at 4:08 when the sun is going down. They're probably judging on this area, their mum has put them up to it, and they're doing it for 10 quid or something like that. And they're deciding to do it now because they probably put it off all day, and their mum's finally got on their case saying, are you going to do that thing I asked you to do? Oh, no, yeah, you better start doing it, boy, otherwise you're not going to get your money. So let's do it now, let's disrupt everyone. I really wanted to go over to them and say, like, it would be a lie, completely a lie. I'd say to them, do you know, I've got a young child sleeping in there. There's no young people in it, but I could maybe say that my dad is a young child, or my mum, or my wife. People are trying to rest at this time, and you're doing this work. But I can't say I'm trying to film. Okay, they've stopped, but anyway. So, I'm heading back to Sicily on January the 6th. Gloria will go just a few days before. And what more to say? Just relaxing for now, resting, reflecting, getting ready for the big 3-0. And not much more to say really. Just I think what I'm going to do next year in my 30s is that I think, there's been a significant amount of success that I've had documenting this filmmaking journey online in Sicily, and kind of understanding how unique that station of being a British filmmaker in Sicily is. So I think I really want to lean more and more into that. And I just didn't have time, so much when I was making this film. If I was just doing the social media, then I would just do the social media. But I was doing the social media and making a film. So I'm really happy that I got those two big viral videos for me anyway. So it was 185,000 and 80,000 in two different videos I made. So it's like, okay, boom, great. What an amazing experience. Everything is it's been less since then, but it's like, okay, well, that was really cool. Now we move. Now we go further and finish the feature film. But as I'm doing the feature film now, because I'll just be editing it, I can start doing more little bits of interesting content on my Instagram and grow that up, because I think it's really important to harness the power of social media as I continue to grow in Sicily. So, it was cool. We got like 2,000 plus new followers on Instagram. So 3,700. I'm just going to put out some numerical goals. I'd love to get to 10,000 Instagram followers in the next year. And I want to do that by getting my film into some really cool festivals. I've really got my sights set on the Taormina Film Festival, and I think by putting that out there, manifesting it, like I've said, okay, my film, the film that I've done about Sicily, we're going to get it into Taormina Film Festival. Why not? Why not us? And I wanted to get in on merit, and just know that it's a film in service of Sicily to get the creative voices out there for Sicily. So yeah, anyway, I'm worried now it's going to be a little bit dark, you can't see me, but those two things out there. If we're putting numerical goals just out there for the filmmaking and just for my career, let's get social media followers up to 10,000, and let's get it into a big festival for 2026 and turning 30. So yeah, that's going to be what I do at 30 years old. And the most important thing with all of that, though, is to get started on the edit of the movie first. Only then can we start to see some cool things happen. So as the sun sets on this day, I can say that we've got the film shot, and it's going to be Christmas in a few days. I'll be 30, and I'll post another update maybe in early in the new year when I get back to Sicily. But until then, goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. The moon, the bear, and the big blue house, they'll be coming to come and play. Something like that, I can't remember. Goodbye. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, goodbye. Cheers.